Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? And happy almost Labor Day. I just want to leave you a message with this. I'm going to read you this document here, which will more than likely be on the notes section of my YouTube channel. This video will be put onto my YouTube channel with the actual letter that we just sent to NASA, as a matter of fact, about some cybersecurity issues. As you know, that the Starliner, the ship that's stuck up there on the space station, has issues, and they're bringing it Boeing slash NASA, who sit on ANSI-ANAB's board, okay, and Boeing forces ANSI-ANAB down their supplier subcontractors' throats. They're bringing the spaceship down without any people on board. So if you think about going on a Boeing aircraft, and I'm a shareholder, please think again. If they're bringing down the Starliner from outer space and you're being a terrestrial move on Earth, I would think twice before going on a Boeing aircraft. Trust me on this one. So I'm going to do this. The title of this video, this is NASA issue and all who maintain membership on ANSI-ANAB boards. History. ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, it's a non-profit, non-governmental entity that has federal agencies and corporations on its board. And it's been in business for over 100 plus years. It was formed as a standard writer organization, but over time it's been bastardized to become an accreditation body, like for the British retail consortium, Cargill Beef. Cargill sits on ANSI-ANAB's board that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification. They use the ANSI logo for the British Retail Consortium, the registration company that certifies Cargill Beef. You can't get away from that one. Okay, then you go to ANAB. The American National Crediting Board is an accreditation body. ANSI took over complete control in 2018 of ANAB. ANSI-ANAB are underwriters for the International Accreditation Forum and the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation, which means any systematic or product failure, ANSI-ANAB must be part of any lawsuit. Example, the Alaska door failing, Ethiopian, Indonesian air crashes. The lawyer should go after ANSI-ANAB. If they cannot get Boeing, I would be their expert witness. The IF International Accreditation Forum in Delaware. ANSI is a founder of the IF. The IF's sister organization is ILAC, the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation. And they are an association of both national and international accreditation bodies. They are equivalent. Okay, any organization that sits on there, national and international, are equivalent in accreditation to ANSI-ANAB. In 2015 and 21, IAF was handed over. The American company in Delaware, incorporated in Delaware, was handed off to a communist Chinese national, Xiao Jinwu. He had been involved with our quality since 1994. He was also the chief executive of the China National Accreditation Services in Beijing, China. In 2017, he certified an ill-prepared Bio-Level 4 laboratory at the WIV, which is the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. That released the COVID virus. And we have that here. We have all information. Please, if you want to see the connections, please contact me at 203-556-1493 or Daryl, DARYL, at yahoo.com. In May of 2019, a CDC training document, Bio-Level Safety for Laboratory User Training Program, Volume 25, Number 5, May 2009, Emerging Infectious Diseases. And one of the most important parts was an abstract on paragraph 4 that stated, the safety and function of a Bio-Level 4 laboratory rely not only on the containment facility and biosafety management systems, but also on highly qualified, experienced staff. Many recorded laboratory accidents and failures are related to personnel error. Qualified staff ensure the efficacy and safety of high containment laboratory. Please note, the CDC did not mention any other Bio-Level 4 laboratory other than the one in Wuhan, China. Okay? Zhao Jinwu, chairman of the IF and chief executive of the China National Accreditation Services in 2017, issued a laboratory certification to a Bio-Level 4 laboratory in Wuhan that did not and was not prepared, as seen in the Politico document that we have embedded in this document. Ms. Pamela Sale, VP of Laboratory Accreditation for ANSI-ANAB, under sworn deposition in Texas, 2017, stated, I know it's going to sound shocking when I say this, Sale said at the meeting. One of the issues is that there's no commonly agreed upon set of standards that forensic labs and other laboratories, and mark you, and I say that personally, other laboratories around the world and country have to follow. Instead, there are informal guidelines that labs can choose to follow or not, thus admitting to the release of the COVID virus in Wuhan, China. This is the Boeing degradation. April 5th, 2002, subject Boeing intent of required NADCAP, National Aerospace and Defense Contractors Accreditation Program, accreditation for special processes. Please note, this document is for Boeing eliminating special process on-site supplier inspection and shift to PRI, Performance Review Institute, heat treatment, non-destructive testing, penetrant inspection, radiography, welding, etc. Supplier sends in PRI certification, and Boeing eliminates sending in their own inspections for 22 years. Of special note, the NADCAP letter on Boeing supplier portal does not have Boeing's logo on it. My personal review is that Boeing did not want their suppliers to publish this document because they were doing cost-cutting initiatives and having a company, not Boeing, do the special process certification. July 1st, Boeing Company Supplier Management Bulletin. Okay, please note the term survey is audit. The Boeing Company is required to approve each supplier's quality system with periodic reapproval after Boeing remains responsible and accountable for approval. An on-site Boeing survey or audit of the supplier quality system, if need be. Our preference, Boeing's preference, is to deal with proven suppliers with excellent quality performance and not have to do on-site system surveys or audits. Boeing gave up supplier auditing to an AS9100 certification as long, and that's for aerospace, as long as it's ANSI-ANAB accredited. On the supplier portal, it calls out as for third-party audits or registrars must be ANSI-ANAB accredited and or international equivalent. Could be China, Iran, Pakistan, etc. Boeing sits on ANSI-ANAB's boards by federal agencies like the FAA, FTC, FBI, DOD, DHS, FDA, and DOJ, and others. Boeing sits on all the Boeing sits on the management committee board that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification for ANSI-ANAB. Please note, ANSI-ANAB took this page down as of 8/26/2024. I have that page, by the way. 2009, Boeing was made an FAA regular and given authority to self-certify their own aircraft, as illustrated in the direct quote documented here. FAA grants Boeing more autonomy on certification. The FAA increased the authority of Boeing's Commercial Airplanes Division to self-certify its own aircraft. Authority extended to Boeing under the new system allows Boeing employees to perform tasks on behalf of the FAA that include oversight of testing and product standards along with certification of aircraft technologies, like the MCAS system, referencing to Ethiopian and Indonesian Air, and also new aircraft designs like 777, 787, brought to light on April 17th by Sam Salipur, whistleblower. FAA appointed in-house company inspectors to report most of their findings. Please note, by the FAA, making Boeing personnel FAA representatives, then meant starting with Jim McNerney, CEO, who started the 737 MAX airplane, to Dennis Muhlenberg, CEO, and President David Calhoun, CEO. They are then FAA administrators. Boeing FAA designated employees were being paid by Boeing. In another article, 10 years later, in 2019, an FAA spokesperson said that we at the FAA never allow companies to police themselves or self-certify. The DOJ most recently fined Boeing $250 million, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, the DOJ sits as a member on ANSI-ANAB, the accreditation body of Boeing and also the underwriter. And they are also a customer. The DOJ, DHS, Department of Commerce, and also the FDA are customers of ANSI-ANAB. You have a serious issue, ladies and gentlemen. Telephone number 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS, @yahoo.com. And remember this, the truth will set you free. Boeing, Richard Blumenthal, the DHS committee, Lorenzo, Beatrix, the truth will set you free, but not until Daryl Guberman is done with you. And that was from David Foster Wallace. I thank you.